Thank you, GP, and welcome everyone to my talk today, themed around feeding the world with culinary creativity. First of all, who's standing in front of you? My name is Inge Meijs. I'm from the Netherlands. I'm 27 years young, and I'm a daughter of a farmer. I guess that's the main reason where my passion for real food comes from. I guess you're wondering who's that guy next to me in the photo. That's my business partner, Jeroen. He's in the audience too. And when I am trained as a food designer, and Jeroen is trained as a chef. He has over 15 years of experience in gastronomy and as a concept developer. And because I'm not a chef, that's the main reason why we work very well together and we experience great synergy while working together. Our company is called Gastronomics, and within Gastronomics, I'm mainly responsible for marketing and communication. So let's start off by doing a quick poll about your opinion on creativity. Who of you think that creativity is something that comes naturally? Please raise your hand. All right. And how many of you think that creativity is not about being rational? So it's the opposite of being rational. Please raise your hand. And how many of you played with Lego as a child? That's almost all of you. Interesting. Did you know that there is a professor in mathematics who has calculated that you can create 915 million combinations using 6 Lego bricks? So every child is creative because, well, using Lego, it brings out your creativity. We thought of combining the concept of gastronomy with Lego, and when we combined that we founded this culinary platform, gastronomics.com. I'll come back to you explaining this a little bit more in detail later, but first, why did we create this platform? Chefs need tools in their kitchen. What's a chef without his pan, his knives, his oven? And this is very much underestimated, a chef also needs tools for their brain, for their creativity. Why do they need those tools? It's because they have to deal with the daily challenges of creating a menu, creating a new dish, find a solution for waste. So, for instance, making bacon of banana peels, or design a culinary concept for an event. The biggest challenge for all of us is feeding the world in 2050. The world's population is estimated to hit 9.7 billion by the year 2050. If we continue to consume at the rate we currently are, there, for example, will not be enough space to sustain breeding programs. And this is a worldwide issue. One of the challenges is our meat consumption. I love meat, but why is there so much more interest for preparing meat, so less for preparations with veggies? Nowadays, meat or fish is the starting point for most dishes. But even a superhero can be a cucumber. A cucumber can be a superhero. And if you think that a cucumber is an everyday ingredient, then please think again. If you ask a chef nowadays what he can prepare with a cucumber, I think that he will maybe come up with 2 or 3 things off the top of his head. But please, I have a video for you, and I allow you to form your own opinion afterwards. Has this changed your perception of this ordinary cucumber? Every ingredient is valuable. A chef should look at a cucumber in the same way as he looks at a steak or a fresh lobster. And don't get me wrong, I'm not here to promote cucumbers, but we believe that chefs can play a major role in making a change. They can change how a consumer looks at everyday ingredients if they change the balance on the plate. So I'm not only here to point out or talk about the challenges. We are convinced that if chefs have the right tools for their brain, for their creativity, they can play a major role in that change. Do you remember the story of the mathematics professor? Imagine what you can do with 3,000 culinary building blocks. So gastronomics actually is that database or that central spot where all those culinary building blocks are available. And we provide that tool that's created by chefs for chefs. And I would like now to explain a little bit more about our way of thinking, and it's actually really simple. We talk about components and compositions. Components are basic preparations revolving around one single ingredient, and compositions are dishes built up out of those components. The components are placed into, categorized into ingredients, basic recipes, world flavors, and techniques. So you can find quinoa to seaweed, strawberry to asparagus on our website. And I would like to show you a potato as an example. And with every ingredient, we'll show you the basic recipes, but also the more sophisticated preparations, like, for instance, potato waffles or potato paper. We test every recipe ourselves multiple times, and we are continuously adding new content, and we are making sure that every recipe is accompanied by clean photography. And like Lego brought a box, also gives you examples of what you can do with their bricks. We also give you some examples of composition. And we create compositions ourselves, but we also have a guest chef that switches every month. And we're really honored that some of the best chefs in the world already were our guest chef, and some of them are even joining us here on Food on the Edge. So our goal is to become a worldwide reference work. And of course, you too can contribute to that and use it. And in order to convince you, we have this amazing offer in honor of Food on the Edge. We created this voucher, and it entitles you to 2 months of free access to the website. But not only that, you can tear it apart, and you give one voucher to a colleague or a foodie friend. So in this way, we hope gastronomics will spread like a wildfire. So to sum up, just like everyone else, chefs have their creative challenges every day, and in order to deal with them head on, they can use gastronomics. The biggest challenge for all of us in the coming time is feeding the world and its growing population. We are convinced that chefs can play a major role in making this change happen. And instead of telling chefs what they need to do, and this is very important for us, we strive to inspire them by showing them how to prepare ingredients, everyday ingredients, and how to combine them. And already over 14,000 happy gastronomics users have embraced the principle of the building blocks. So the theme of my presentation therefore consists of 2 layers. Gastronomics wants to feed the culinary world with creativity and thereby end up feeding the world through culinary creativity. I really hope you have enjoyed my story, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Thank you.
Thank you, Inge.